NBC News correspondent Carol Lee live for us at the White House, and I know she's got a million things to do, but the president is headed to Michigan. What are you looking at, Carol?
Well, this is his third week of travel, Mika, since he began venturing outside of Washington after several weeks of being cooped up here in the White House. And he's going to a Ford plant where that's making ventilators. And the big question, I think, hanging over that is this mask issue. We've seen the president not abide by his own CDC guidelines. Yesterday, he was saying that the Ford policy is that everyone wears a mask. The president saying, he doesn't know necessarily if he's going to do that. And the reason why that's significant is just because of the way the president is presenting himself publicly and the message that he's sending publicly. The reason why he doesn't want to wear a mask, as his aides have said, is that he thinks that it sends the wrong message. So it's symbolic of this broader effort by him to really try to turn the page and move forward. And we saw that yesterday with what you guys were talking about on Capitol Hill, where he went there and White House officials were telling us in advance of that the intent was to talk about the economy, to talk about the pandemic and the crisis that's happening here in the country. And he did what he wanted to do, which is lean into his reelection campaign and the message that he feels comfortable with, and that is this investigations that he's and charges that he's making against Joe Biden and Barack Obama, and trying to get Republicans on board there, where there's a little disconnect because his staff here would really like him to focus on the economy and the pandemic. And so they're going to try to get him to do that when he goes to the Ford plant tomorrow, Mika.
Yeah, Carol Lee, thank you very much. And Jonathan Lemire, what is the deal with not wearing a mask? I mean, it is so basic. And I mean, is it an issue with makeup or his appearance? I'm just confused because it is such a clear guideline to protect others. And also for the president, it would be a chance to really be an example of safe practices.
Well, Mika, my colleagues and I reported a couple weeks ago, we're first on this, that the president was telling people that he didn't want to wear a mask, not in public, because he was afraid it would send the wrong image in a couple of different tracks. One, it would, he right now, as Carol said, his focus is the economy. It's not the health crisis here. He is trying so desperately to turn the page on the 90,000 plus death total, the questions about testing, the questions about a vaccine. He's trying to urge states to move forward, to push governors to fully reopen. It's happening slowly, but he believes the economy has to turn around for him to have any chance this November. So he thinks wearing a mask would perhaps distract from that. Moreover, he is concerned it would show a sign of weakness. He has told people around him he doesn't like how he would look in a mask. He's afraid it would end up in a negative campaign ad. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want the image of him in a mask appearing on television or in a Biden advertisement. And he has never, to be clear, really embraced the idea of the presidency as a role model. He has never, in terms of like trying to set an example for the nation's children, let's say. Some of his predecessors have really taken that as part of the job responsibility. This president is far more consumed about the day-to-day media battles than trying to set an example for the country, even on something that his own health experts recommend doing, wearing a mask.